today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time. And he got his respect, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, that's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great. Not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Well, that's one stuff. We'll see if this defense has another in their back pocket.
And I just wonder on the other side of the ball, do you just challenge the big guys up front? This is a short yardage situation. We ought to be able to pick this up. Or do you say to yourself, they are awfully tough. I've got to throw it on this down.
Here's the Panthers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here, the NFL's leader in touchdown pass. To this point in the season, still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards. Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table.
Touchdown! A great play there. his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. And you think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your two current #1 seeds, and I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 55 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and now it's 3rd and 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's got a man, complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside. The 30-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On play action, Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed just wide of the upright, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me, this is...
And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Miami. 55 yards. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL.
And he takes it into the end zone from a Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. One play, two plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Lawrence. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On 2nd down now, Amos. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Lawrence. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing deep for Stewart. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now Lawrence on 1st down, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And his throw is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
But to throw again is Lawrence.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Miami set to take over. And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Going long for Coates. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They'll try and throw for it here. Throwing deep for Stewart. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, and that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Right back to him on first down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. It's caught. Beckham. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Here's Lawrence.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it?
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Mike. Miami, 59 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and 4.
They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 15.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. Watkins. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And they'll run again.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just shut something down and pump the football.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Touchdown, Dolphins! A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Extra point right down the middle, and it is 42-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Now Lawrence.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Lawrence to throw.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Miami. 58 yards. He went swinging for the fences on that play. Didn't quite get in the end zone, but, boy, they're set up pretty now.
Okay, that play just happened. Let it go. Time to defend the goal line, bring some all-out pressure, and try and knock them back.
On 1st down, it's Watkins. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Dolphins just continue to roll.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 2nd and 7,
Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
This time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going long for Coates. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go again.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there as time expires in the first half.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute, but first, let's get this.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run on 1st down. It's Watkins. Able to slither by.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their 1st possession of the 2nd half. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Amos. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see...
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Watkins. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Airing it out for Olsen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And that will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now, comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back,
You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, Lawton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Ready, black, 95.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run on first down. Lawton.
45 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Second down, here's Davis Price.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. It's Watkins, and able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down now, Lawton, and he's brought down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. It's the fullback.
with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And the Panthers coming out now. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On first down, Lawrence. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff up the middle. Amos, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on third down, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. That's taken on the 25. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
On first down, Lawton, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. 6 guys, check 6 guys. Ready, go.
Davis Price up the middle, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Up the middle they go. It's Watkins, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Mike 17. Mike 17. 22 needle. Let's go. Check 52. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Lawton. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
97.
Here's a give to Davis Price.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Let's go.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
Maybe get any type of points on the board. It'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. One thing I think that's safe to... say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Back to throw again.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. picked off by Quay Walker. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way, either threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they could run it, and then protected their passers so they could throw it.
So for the Dolphins,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.